Imagine yourself standing in the midst of a storm, lightning tearing through the sky, winds howling like the cries of the broken, rain battering against your skin like the weight of a world that never lets up. Most would flinch, retreat, or crumble under the chaos. But not us. We stand firm, unshaken. Because we are Stoics. In this life, storms are not just made of wind and rain. They come in the form of betrayal, loss, failure, rejection, and suffering. The question is never whether the storm will come. It will. The question is whether we will remain standing when it passes. And that answer is forged in the mind long before the first drop of rain ever falls. The true test of a person is not how they act in comfort, but how they endure in suffering. Train your mind to remain calm in any situation, and nothing, no insult, no tragedy, no hardship will break you. Let's begin. The Stoic mindset, a fortress of stillness. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Most of us live like ships tossed by the waves, helpless against the tempests of emotion and circumstance. But a Stoic? A Stoic is the captain, standing at the helm, guiding the ship through the storm with unyielding control. Calmness is not an accident. It is trained, forged in fire and discipline. It is the result of understanding a single, unbreakable truth. The world is beyond your control, but your mind is not. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, taught that suffering comes not from events themselves, but from our perception of them. What happens, happens. It is our judgment that turns it into suffering. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. To train your mind to remain calm, we must first understand what truly belongs to us: our thoughts, our choices, our actions. Everything else, people's opinions, misfortunes, the inevitable flow of time, is beyond our reach. To worry over these things is to waste the most precious resource we have, our inner peace. Overcoming destructive emotions, the Stoics' path to mastery. Anger, fear, despair. These emotions are storms that rage within, and if left unchecked, they consume everything in their path. But emotions do not have power over us, we give them power. Seneca, the great Stoic playwright and statesman, warned against the dangers of anger. Anger, if not restrained, is frequently more hurtful to us than the injury that provokes it. When someone insults you, they do not harm you. It is only when you let their words burrow into your mind that you suffer. The solution? Indifference. Indifference is not apathy. It is control. It is the understanding that we do not have to react to everything that happens. When anger rises, let it pass through you like wind through an open window. When fear knocks at your door, greet it with silence. When despair tries to chain you, remember, you are the master of your mind, no one else. The daily practice, forging an unbreakable mind. Mental resilience is not a gift. It is earned through discipline and practice. The Stoics understood that philosophy is useless unless applied, and so every day they trained their minds, preparing for battle long before it arrived. 1. Negative visualization. Prepare for the worst. Seneca advised that we should rehearse misfortune in our minds before it arrives. This is not pessimism, this is strength. If we prepare ourselves for loss, failure, and hardship, then when they come, we are already fortified against them. The person who expects nothing to go their way is never disappointed, only prepared. 2. Voluntary discomfort. Train the mind through hardship. Why do we seek comfort when it weakens us? Why do we fear struggle when it is the crucible that forges strength? The Stoics believed in exposing themselves to discomfort to build resilience. Seneca would sleep on the ground and wear simple clothes to remind himself that luxury is not necessary. When we embrace discomfort, we learn to endure anything. 3. Memento mori. Remember death. The ultimate truth. We are all going to die. This is not morbid. This is liberation. The moment we accept that time is fleeting, we stop wasting it. We stop caring about petty arguments, about what others think, about anything that does not matter. When we keep death in our mind, we focus only on what is essential: character, wisdom, and virtue. Final words become untouchable. The world will never be gentle. It will push you, test you, break you if it can. But you are not fragile. You are not weak. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are stoic. The next time adversity strikes, remember, the only thing that matters is how you respond. When life screams at you, respond with silence. When the world tries to shake you, stand firm. When everything is falling apart, let your mind remain still, like a mountain standing against the winds of time. This is how we win, not by changing the world, but by mastering ourselves.